You guys are in the KZUU studio. We're sitting down today with...
Bathtub Toasters!
Alright, well, I'll be kicking off the interview. My name is Daniel. I'm also known as DJ Danny Book on KZUU.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you. So, my first question for you guys, when did you form the band? What's the story? How did you all meet?
Jack reached out to me first and just kind of asked me if I wanted to be a part of a pop punk project back in August, I think it was, and then I met Arturo then as well.
Jack also reached out to me first. He was like, "You want to jam?" And we were just the two of us. It was just the two of us jamming for a while, and we were jamming pop punk songs. So that's where Isaac came in.
It's kind of funny how it all came to be, because it was literally just me being like, I would like to play some pop punk covers, and we had the house show coming up with Snacks and Fine Line, and we were starting to play late August. Literally late August. The show was September 9th.
It was,
And we were like, do you guys want to play the show? And we did it, and it was really fun, and we've been going ever since.
Nice. Alright, so next, name, Bathtub Toasters. What was the story?
We talk about it a lot. We don't really have that powerful of an origin story per se. One day, we were just having a rough day, and I think our old drummer Ben was like, "Oh, I want to put a fork in the outlet." And we're kind of like, "That's a good band name." And then someone said Bathtub Toasters, and it kind of stuck.
Yep. I think it's better than Daddy Issues.
I think.
So your old name was Daddy Issues, right?
Yes, that was
How long did that one last?
one show.
One show too many.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Our merch looks dope now with our new
I can approve.
God, can you imagine what Daddy Issues merch
Would
would look like?
I would have had a hell of a time designing that. The Bathtub Luckily, the name Bathtub Toasters was easy enough.
It's more
It's straightforward. When it comes to logo design. Yeah.
It's still kind of dark if you think about it, but not as dark as Daddy Issues, I guess.
Yeah.
I did kind of like that old logo with the eye was like a beer bottle. That was kind of fun. It just looked really amateur on the designs next to the other band logos. It's come on, what are we doing here?
What would you guys say? What's your guys' musical background? Where are you guys coming from with music?
Great question. That is a good question.
All over the place, all across the pond.
All across the pond. I mean, I listened to a lot of grunge growing up and new metal. That's where kind of my influence comes from mainly.
I started with my mom's music taste, which was a lot of hair metal, and then I got into thrash metal from there because it was heavier.
Yes.
Got any Steel Panther covers coming soon? I had my parents.
Really want, man.
Kind of similar story. My parents had a CD collection, and I kind of just dove into that. The first album I ever remember listening to was Dookie, which is probably not a good thing for a 3-year-old kid to listen to, but it got us to where we are today. And then we both played piano. We were young, classically trained piano prodigy kids. That type of vibe, and I'm kind of glad we got out of that. Crank the gain.
Crank the gain, and then I went to drums and still playing.
Alright, so next question. What does the creative process look like when you guys sit down to write a song or just practice something?
Lightning in a bottle. Is that the best way to describe it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Drink.
Well, that's something else in a bottle.
I don't know.
I mean, when we write songs, it's we pretty much sit down in my basement. We might have a couple drinks, usually a caffeinated beverage when it gets a little later. We're really just starting the process of really writing originals. So we're just in the process of sitting down saying, hey, I have a riff and you have a riff and I have this idea that goes with this riff, and we kind of smorgasbord it all together and it turns into a song.
Do you guys have an original that you've been working on that you can give us a little insight on about maybe what it's about or some of the inspiration behind that song?
I mean,
We have a few.
yeah, we got a couple of them. Probably the furthest one we're along on is called Curb Stomp.
Yes.
It's this kind of demonic dark story about a kid who was bullied in high school or grade school or whatever, and he goes on and kind of lives his life super jaded, just trying to get revenge, and he finally like does, and it's like, is it even worth it to get revenge at that point and to beat this person up who you haven't seen for decades?
It's pretty beautiful.
It's pretty beautiful.
But it
yeah.
also has balls.
Wrote it pretty much in one night. I mean,
Yeah.
Wrote all the riff work, wrote all the bass lines and drum parts and stuff.
I was really excited for that one.
Yeah.
Because I have been sitting on that riff for like 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Nice, man.
So what can fans expect first? Are we thinking like album, EPs, just some singles? Moving forward in the next couple months,
I think we're looking to finish an EP.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the direction.
And maybe like one single.
Well, I was thinking about that earlier today, and I was just like, so we've come along this far. I think that we should take a backseat a little bit, go into hibernation, and become a fine line cover band. No, in all seriousness, Luke from Fine Line actually is a really good friend of ours now. We've been collaborating with them for some times. We're going to start playing more shows with them. We're thinking some bars in the area. There's a lot of people that are really looking to bring back our style of music all of a sudden, which is super cool. Maybe a show in Spokane if we can get into the bar, because Arturo is unfortunately still 20.
Sorry, guys.
And from there, I think over that time we'll make the EP, maybe spend a little money we make on shows and t-shirts, and have enough money to put into a pretty good recording process.
So, I think this is the most important question to ask you guys. When you inevitably blow up, who do you want to open for you at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, God.
This is a good question.
What do we want to open for us?
Yeah.
Pink Shift.
Pink Shift would be awesome.
Pink Shift would be really cool.
Jigsaw Youth.
Jigsaw Youth.
We're big fans of them.
We actually just went to their show in Portland. We drove all the way out there, 5.5 hours to go watch them and stay in a hotel and eat Denny's.
Yes. Unfortunately, I couldn't go. I had an exam that day.
I think this is a kind of a loose answer, but I've always been, and I know these guys have always been really invested in more of the underground scene. So I'd want to bring somebody on that's kind of a diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Who has passion and dedication and would want to, maybe not be in it for the wrong reasons, but if we were in that situation, we would want a chance, to open. And if we buy into a band enough, I think, we can probably all agree we'd want to give someone a chance that might not have it otherwise.
Speaking about underground bands and the scene, what's it been like, performing and kind of coming up in this scene, especially out here in the Pullman, Moscow area?
Well, we're kind of one of the only bands that are really from here, I'd say. I mean, it's nice that we have Pullman, and then we have the crowd in Moscow that we have to target for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want to do next.
If there are any
play
other
around here,
bands, please hit us up in Pullman, because
Yes.
we would like to be your friend.
Yeah.
All right, now, I know you play bass, you're on drums, you're on guitar. Do you guys have any musicians that inspire you and are inspirations for your instruments?
For the drums, I gotta go with Dave Grohl, for sure. I mean, I just love his style. I kind of emulate him a little bit. I'm very... a lot of people say I'm animated when I play. And I make a lot of dumb faces or whatever, but him for sure, and then Danny Carey of Tool. I'd say they're my top two.
Oh, I guess I'm next. Well, his style of playing is really simple but really effective, in my opinion. It's Frank Iero from My Chemical Romance. I love his energy, and I love his ear for melody. I think it's really cool, as simple as it is. I'm not exactly virtuoso, so
When I first started playing bass, I was really inspired by Les Claypool and his ability to kind of create, a melody on an instrument that's been kind of just placed into the box of supporting instrument. I really like some of his bass lines and that lead instrument thing. I take a lot of inspiration for that and funk and whatnot. But I also really like Mike Dirt does the same thing from Green Day. He can find make kind of a song within a song and find counter melodies to guitar parts and kind of because we just play mostly power chords, so it's nice for the bass to kind of be doing something different underneath, and I really like kind of creating my own melody.
Yeah.
So, mixing it up a bit, more of a little fun question. You know, say like 15, 20 years from now, Bathtub Toasters, you guys have had your world tours, this, that, and the other. The directors and producers are finally sitting down to make that movie about you guys. Who do you see playing yourselves in that movie?
Ooh.
It's after the Bathtub Toasters World Tour.
Yeah.
Jack Christensen Jr.
Any actor, dead or alive.
It's a fun question.
It makes you think a little bit.
I didn't know an actor.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's actually a good move.
Leo's always a solid choice.
I think you'd be like Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Okay.
I could see Andrew Garfield slaying away on the drums.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield. Okay.
Who plays Tuco Salamanca in Breaking Bad?
Cruz, I think.
Yeah.
No, I have to go with J-Lo.
The confidence behind that was
We've got
everything.
Leonardo DiCaprio. We've got Andrew Garfield. We've got J-Lo.
I think this is a great lineup for the movie.
Bathtub Toasters.
I'm definitely buying tickets to see that.
Yeah.
Opening night.
In Pullman.
only
From
season
humble
Pullman.
beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings.
There you go.
Only plays once, never watched again.
So, do you guys have any upcoming events or shows that you guys would like to talk about? Anything cool?
Well, what, like 8 hours from now?
Less than that. We have one tonight.
By the time this airs, it's currently Saturday, November 19th. By the time this airs, we probably would have already played the show.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're playing a show tonight in my basement. And just kind of like a small, intimate crowd for, going away for Thanksgiving. Because I know a lot of people are gone already. But those are the people that are sticking around, get a great show.
Yeah.
And then there's some other events, too. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, there's a few that I know that we have in the future. Like, I know in December we have one for Spokane. We got to reach out there. And then we have another reach in Idaho, like in some bar.
Yeah. It's like
That's later.
Sandpoint, Idaho. The 27th of January, we're
Yes.
playing at some, like, pub in Sandpoint. Don't know much about it, but we are confirmed to be able to play that show because they don't care that Arturo's 20.
Yeah.
They don't
Literally
care.
4 months away.
Yes.
They're chill like that.
They're chill like that. But we definitely want to play more around here. Like, we have venues like The Land, I believe. Then we've touched some other venues that want to start playing shows in 2023.
Yeah, and everything that Fine Line does or everything that we do, we're going to try to work together. We've also met a couple of other bands. There's Roderick Bambino. There's Mother Yeti out of Moscow.
Yeah.
There's Kame out of Spokane. And there's Askew as well, who
Yeah.
all of those are options for people that we could like play shows with in the future. So
Yeah, and they're all really chill.
yeah, they're great.
They're all great people.
The local scene is really cool.
Yes.
I just wish that there was more DIY stuff to do because it is really hard to find like good venues around here.
Yeah. We're limited to bars.
Yeah. The ones that exist, they're really good, but it's like there's high demand.
Absolutely.
So, what do you guys think, like, the future of Bathtub Toasters as a band looks like? You mentioned you're reaching out to further areas in the state, but
Yes.
what about after that?
Do we
Albums?
talk about
Yeah, we
it
should
now?
talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
You want to break the news?
So, we kind of, I guess, in the beginning of all of this, the Bathtub Toasters origin story, we kind of thought, like, Jack and I were both seniors, so we were gonna do this for a year, and then kind of have fun, and then graduate and be on our way. But now we've kind of opened the discussion of sticking around for another year, because Arturo is a junior, he has another year left. And we're really considering sticking around for another year, and yeah, that's what we want to do, I think.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We were
I was our
thinking-
number one fan.
You are.
Yeah.
We're glad to hear that.
We were kind of thinking like Seattle as well, like, but it's so expensive, It's like we can't afford that right out of college, so it's like,
Pullman, you can never beat Pullman rent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pullman rent is awesome. I like the place that we're in. There's opportunities, there's jobs. It's still like a young demographic. We have lots of connections up here now, and I figure if I stick around, it would just be keep playing with the band, get a job, pay cheap rent, have fun.
We still have another semester to kind of build our brand, I guess. So
We are on Instagram, by the way. Bathtub Toasters Band.
Bathtub Toasters on Instagram.
Gonna start, expanding our social media presence a little more. Doing YouTube stuff. My background's in video production, so I think it'd be really unique for us to like kind of document like some of the shenanigans that we have in our life as a band. Maybe tell a story in every episode.
Yeah.
Try to monetize that or something. Just make good content that people will enjoy.
Yes.
Could we expect like an album of some sorts coming out anytime
LP?
soon? No,
I'd love to
With
set a
maybe
goal-
not soon.
With another year on the table, maybe.
I'd love to set a goal to release like an EP by spring or the summer, but
I feel like we can easily get that.
yeah.
An EP, for sure.
One thing I like about this band is we're very ambitious. Like, we're very ambitious people, even though, like, everything that we do, even casually, it's like we still have a lot of passion for what we do. And, like, we're all really good friends. We hang out, like, outside of everything. That's been, like, the best part. So I know, like, we'll always have that. And, that's where it kind of matters. So we push each other to do what we want to do to the best of our ability. Because we know we have lots of talent and we're hard workers, so
And we love music.
exactly.
Totally all.
Music's our life.
Yeah.
Music
I
is
wake
my
up,
life.
I grab the guitar. Or I grab the drums.
Well, do you guys have any, final thoughts or anything you guys would like to say to wrap it up?
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Go fans.
Check out the Instagram. Make sure to like.
Yeah,
comment,
where
subscribe.
can they follow you guys at?
Bathtub Toasters Band. We're always playing around here, and we're thankful for everyone who's come to like any of our shows. I know it's like, oh, I don't know about this like house show things. It's not a lot of people, throw those type of things. It seems like it's unfortunately a thing of the past. It shouldn't be, but we're always looking for more show opportunities. So like, if you have like a space, if you know someone who has a space, we'd love to play. We'll play like for free if we can sell merch. We don't care about that.